I think we're winning. And I think you look at the math and the economics of the matter. You look at Target, their stock dropping, Bud Light dropping. You look at Disney and Netflix losing subscribers. You look at Sound of Freedom, Richmond, north of Richmond. You look at even Yingling getting support. Anyone other than Bud Light. Those numbers mean more than those are hard numbers.
You just talked about a new beer that's about to come out.
Oh no, this is out already. We have some Conservative Dad's Ultra Right beer, Seth Weathers,
and that's going to sell because people want to support something that isn't globalist corporate propaganda.
Right. You have apparently now they're shipping them by the truckload, by massive semis full. They're selling so much of this beer, and I mean, everyone's launching their own thing. When Aunt Jemima gets pulled from the brand, Terrence Williams says, "Screw that," and he makes a replacement. And it's one of the coolest things ever. They removed Aunt Jemima from the pancake things, and it is one of the most shockingly offensive things ever to me that they were like, "Oh, you can't have a black woman on a pancake box," and I'm like, "What? Why?"
Like the most popular pancakes of all time.
Of all time,
get rid of her.
So Terrence Williams says, "I'm going to put my face on the box then," and I'll say that as I say, "Okay, I'm going to buy from him." Granted, I don't eat a lot of pancakes. Too much sugar, right? I cut that out. But we have a bunch of Cousin T's right now, and it's these woke companies need to be told, and they're told simply by not buying their products. So while we can look at the political stuff that's going on, I think what they're doing to you, Owen, I think what they're doing to the J6ers, I think what they're doing to Trump shows how panicked and desperate they are. New Mexico shows how panicked and desperate they are. They have been trying to ban guns for how long? But if you look at the list of states that are going constitutional carry, more than half the country, I think we're up to like 26 or 27 states now. So what does the panicked and desperate Democrat governor do? Decree, I hereby decree. And what happens? People walk outside with their guns, say, nope, it's not working. So what are they going to do? Well, when a person is drowning, they thrash about violently. And as they start to lose power, which is clear from 2016, Hillary Clinton wasn't supposed to lose. The fact that she did shows the establishment power is waning. These corrupt establishment shills inherited a machine they did not know how to operate, and they are losing control of it. And the people are starting to take control back. They're freaking out because of it, and it's going to get nasty. But in the end, I think we win. And that's why I keep telling everybody, people say the stuff like, they're talking like, what do we do now to resist? I'm like, it's really, really simple. You knock on doors, you get the word out, you only buy products from companies that support your values, and you vote for Donald Trump in 2024.
Well, and think about how politicians and even people in the political realm operate, right? It's all about votes or popularity. And so when the New Mexico governor comes out and makes maybe the most anti-Second Amendment decision or decree of all time, what happens? Far left Democrat Ted Lieu has to disavow it. David Hogg, the most anti-Second Amendment activist out there, has to disavow it. So even they know, like, hey, we better not go along with this because this is not popular right now.
Everything we're seeing is acts of desperation. But I want to clarify, because people keep saying, like, how could they have control of the institutions but we be winning? Because let's say that they have 70% of institutional power, and in 6 months they'll have 67%. That means we are winning. They are being pushed back and pushed out of these institutions for too long. Most people have sat by and let them do these things. And even during the, I don't want to say the peak, but even in the trenches of the culture war in, say, 2018-19 with Trump and Russiagate, people were not doing these boycotts or boycotts. And in fact, I was kind of like, I don't know, it seems weird to me. I don't want to be like that. Now we're at the point where we're creating our own chocolate. Well, Daily Wire has their own chocolate brand, and it's got better ingredients. The Daily Wire, Jeremy's chocolate has like 4 ingredients in it, no preservative, garbage. It's like cocoa butter, sugar, and milk or something.
And amazing. Isn't that part of the populist movement too? It's not just a political thing. It's even a health thing. Yeah. There's seed more oils to it. Seed oils, all this other stuff. But here's an interesting phenomenon that has been happening really, I would say post-Obama more than anything. Maybe it's liberals being anti-war to being pro-war, but even that's a little more nuanced. Here's something that's direct and right in your face. It used to be that the First Amendment and the Second Amendment were huge liberal causes. Liberals were always going to go to bat for the First Amendment. Liberals were always going to go to bat for the Second Amendment. Where that's not a liberal belief anymore. Now, if you want to be a modern day American liberal progressive Democrat, you're anti-free speech, you're anti-Second Amendment.